Okay, hey guys, I didn't want to come on the, whoa, what is that filter? Hold on, why do I have eyelashes? I don't know how to change it. That's weird. Wait, it's off. Okay, I think. Hey, I didn't want to put my face on here until it went live because sometimes it's like super weird. I'm going to, say thank you for all the birthday wishes because they mean a lot to me. I'm here still basically living in my bedroom. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. It's been such a great birthday. I wanted to answer some questions, probably not all the questions that you want answered, but I can answer some. So ask away. I'm so happy that you guys liked the Hardin and Tessa ice skating picture. That took a lot for me to be able to post that. So I'm so happy you liked it. I've had a great birthday so far for being in the house. Of course, you guys want to know when the movie is coming out. We have a tentative-ish date, but I am not allowed to tell you or I will get in a lot of trouble. So I can't tell you, but I'm hoping that it doesn't change because of the virus and we just don't know yet. Everything is really uncertain. So we're pretty lucky to even have, jobs and stuff right now. So we will see about the release date and we will know soon. So I will let you know as soon as I know. Let's see. Oh my gosh, the questions. Let's see. Me, Asher, and Jordan are good. Asher is going a little stir crazy because he's used to having therapy and all this stuff, but he is good. I'm so confused what that thing is on my head. I think I clicked something I didn't mean to. I'm not very technology savvy, as you guys know. Someone asked, I lost it, but about Hessa's wedding. Oh, Lexi, hey girl. Yes, you can come to Hessa's wedding. Not saying that there is one in the future. Let's see, other questions. I'm going, I can't answer that. I can say, what can I say about the project I'm working on? One of them is, what can I say? I can talk about one of them. One of them is something that I have been working on literally secretively. I haven't really told anyone, even like my agent or anyone, just like Jordan and a couple close friends. Something that I'm really, really excited about. There's a bigger kind of thing in the works for me that I will share with you as soon as I can. But this story is, without giving us too much, the story is a very angsty, what else can I say? That's all I could say. But I worked on a film treatment, which is separate. I worked on editing The Brightest Stars #2, and I'm really excited. Hessa merch, I am not in charge of that, actually. I'm only in charge of the book-related merchandise. Voltage, which is the production company that owns the movie, is in charge of the merchandise. So I ask about merch as well, and I'm trying to get you guys everything I can. Trust me. The After Two movie is okay. Do you mean quality-wise or distribution and stuff? Quality-wise, it is great. You guys, I think, are going to love it. Even more than the first one, I think. Writing the sequel to The Brightest Stars was, and it was so many different things. In some ways it was so fun because I love being in Karina and Kel's mind and I just love the story. But in some ways it was challenging because I was also working on the something else and I was working on the script for the second movie, and I was producing the second movie and doing all these things and editing the second movie with a team. So I had a lot of other things going on. So it was fun, but I was a little distracted during some of it. So the editing process has been fun. Let's see. Someone said they love my hair. Thank you. It is almost dry from my shower today. My haircut, thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to read these questions. Am I writing a new book on Wattpad? I will probably post something of my new story on Wattpad. It's just complicated now because I have a lot of different publishers and people who kind of own my books, so I have to be a little more careful with that. For my birthday, I have done nothing. I'm reading a Cassandra Clare book that I've been waiting for a really long time, and I'm going to finish My Holo Love on Netflix. It's the K-drama I'm watching now, and I'm obsessed. I got a cake, but I'm not gonna have it till later, and some of my friends came by and stood 5 feet apart from each other with signs telling me happy birthday, which was so nice, and they sung happy birthday for me. On a scale from 0 to 10, how painful are the 9 days? I mean, for me, they're so painful. Everything's always different on screen as a movie, so we don't get the same internal monologue as we do in the book, but I think we did a good job at the visuals, so I hope that you will love it. Am I a cat or a dog person? Definitely dog. I don't mind cats, but I'm way more of a dog person. Do I have an answer if I'll be at the New Romance Festival in September? I mean, honestly, all the book fairs and everything, even, I was supposed to go to Prague. They've been all postponed, so I'm hoping that everything is back up and running and everyone's safe by then, so I'm not sure yet. Do I think book signings would be pushed back due to the virus? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know. It just depends on if it's safe or not, to be honest. Trace says, don't start with my TV shows. All he watches is reality TV, and all I watch is K-dramas, so I'm going to go ahead and say that I have the better taste. Is the second movie finished filming? Yes, we're completely finished filming. My favorite color is mint green. Joe and Hero are safe. They are. Why did I delete some scenes from the first movie? I didn't delete any of those scenes. I tried to save every scene that I could, but films are a collaboration, and I simply just don't have all of the say in the scenes that stay. And some of the scenes that did stay in the movie, I fought really hard for them to be in the film. So yeah, I want to know also why those scenes were not in the movie. Am I seeing Harry when he's on tour? Definitely. My favorite person in the cast, I'm not answering that. But I can't answer that, guys. Let's see. Do I have news on the poster? Sort of. This is one of the reasons why I was scared to do a Q&A, because I can't really answer these because I don't want to get myself or anyone involved in trouble, because I, as much as I do, post the social media stuff and everything for the movie, I'm not the one necessarily approving what is posted or deciding everything that's posted. It's a really big collaboration. It's not just me. If it were up to me, then I would tell you more about the poster and things like that, but it's all still working, so don't worry about it. I promise you'll love it. You are getting bloopers from after we collided. Roger made sure that we have bloopers, and they are amazing and hilarious. My favorite scene from the first movie, I'd say probably by the pool or the wedding, just because there weren't a ton of scenes that were really close to what I had imagined, and those two were ones that I loved and had a part of writing it. My favorite character from the books, it changes, but it's always Hardin or Tessa. I also love Vance, though. Like, Vance is, I love Vance so much. Hardin and Tessa are both my favorites. They're some of my favorite characters ever created, even though I created them. They could take a behind the scenes of After We Collided. We do have some, I'm trying to think of how to say this. We have some stuff from behind the scenes, but it does take, this is one of those complicated things that movies are just complicated, because it takes a lot to get those actual, oh my gosh, I keep trying to get these things off my face. To get a whole blooper reel or a behind the scenes reel would take another camera and all these things that actually cost a lot of money. So we didn't have a ton of it, but we have as much as I could possibly get. We didn't have a social media producer on set. So I tried to get as much content as I could. But the promotional content is different than behind the scenes, if that makes sense. Am I in contact with the cast? Yeah. I love all of them, and I talk to most of them regularly. Will we see the Bright Stars movie one day? Can't say right now. But I can't say. How well does Dylan play Trevor? Honestly, you guys, like, even most of the fans that have seen the film, they love him. Like, he has been such a hit on the movie. He's just so incredible. Am I going on tour? Everything is so in question right now. I'm not sure what's going on with the tour, and we just have to make sure everyone is safe. But it's also not just up to me. Like, I don't choose the tour dates. I don't choose who's there. It's not, everything is really up to the people who own the movie, which is Voltage. Which drama am I watching right now? I'm watching My Hello Love. It's so freaking good and angsty, and I love it so much. It's about a girl who, well, actually I can't tell you because it's a spoiler, but it's on Netflix if you guys want to binge it. It's so good. Thank you for whoever said I'm a hard worker and they admire me. Blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to, sorry, there's like so many of these. I'm so bad at this. I should have done this on my computer. How did we cast Dylan Sprouse? We were just trying to think of the most perfect Trevor that was a good balance away from Hero, that looked different, acted different, had a different personality, a different vibe, and Dylan came up, and he is literally the best Trevor. He's so funny, and I think you'll love it. Any advice to people who are trying to write? Yes. First, just write all that you possibly can. Don't be too hard on yourself. Those are the biggest things, but also posting it online, finding community, doing some of your own marketing in the beginning can be helpful, especially if you're writing on an online platform. Just try to write what you feel and don't write for trends. Like, I guess that's probably my biggest advice when people they see something that's popular and then they're like, oh, everyone's writing, motorcycle club. I'm going to write a motorcycle club. Don't do that. Just write what you want to write. Would I write a book about Hardin and Tessa's daughter? Honestly, I've thought about it, and I've had some things that I've written down, so I'm assuming that most of that will see the light of day someday. I don't know when. Kind of same question. Am I going to write another after book? I probably I can't say no. I have a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff written, so I won't say no, but not this second, I guess. I will absolutely put the word in for the UK to be part of the tour. I really wish we would have gone last time, and thank you, all of you who saw it on Netflix and made it a hit in the UK. That was really great for us. Do I miss Wattpad before the fame when I could read there? That's complicated answer. I do miss the days when everything was a lot more simple and I could just write whatever I wanted and didn't have the eyes and the visibility that I have, but at the same time that is incredibly privileged of me to have those feelings. So I wouldn't change anything for the world, but I do kind of wish I could just read what I wanted and vote and comment on stories without everybody seeing it. Those are the things I miss. How was Candice's Kimberly? Oh, I mean, hopefully she doesn't watch this because I love her. Like, now we're friends and I feel like I can't be like, oh my God, Candice is Kimberly. But that's how I feel, because she is like, I can't even handle the fact that she's even in my property that I made. Like, I can't even handle that. Will we still have Hard and Zed drama? No. Well, I can't say no totally, but not in the way that you guys would want it from the book. We just, some of the things in the first movie were made in a way that we can't really undo them. So we tried to do the best we could with what we did in the first film. Favorite scene after we collided? Am I allowed to even? I mean, there's a really great scene. Well, it's from the book, so I can say it, I guess. There's a scene basically that goes all the way. Oh, I don't want to spoil anything. It involves Trish, and then the scene after that. I just love the tenseness, and it's really great. Let's see. You sent me a letter from Denmark, included a Lego from Asher. That's so sweet. Thank you. He loves Legos. Like, literally loves. What did Jordan think of the movie? He loves the cast, but he definitely thinks After We Collided is more entertaining. My favorite memory from the book signings, honestly, just seeing you guys get to meet Hero and Josephine, and having them experience the fans and how excited and great you guys are, and it made them feel really special and excited. So that would probably be it. Am I going to take the Wattpad books down? No, I'm never taking those down. I keep them there, 1, because that's where I started, 2, because I don't want to take something away that is all of ours, and 3, I also know that a lot of you can't just go buy, 10 books, so I want to respect that and make sure you guys can read. Called me from the other room. We're social distancing, and I'm doing Instagram, and he is not into social media. Let's have pretzels and beer. Yes, please. I don't really like beer, but I will drink it for pretzels. Where'd the other thing go? Is Roger as funny as he seems on social media? Yes, he is. Thank you for those of you saying I'm pretty without makeup. I've been kind of on like a makeup cleanse, or just not wearing it, and I've, just feel great about it, to be honest. How did we cast Candice? I wanted her, and I asked Roger to help me, and he did, and she was excited about it, and we had talked during the podcast, and she obviously knew about After, and she immediately came on board, so that was amazing. But don't lie, I love beer. I love other alcohol, but beer is not my favorite. Jordan and Joe will be best. Yeah, neither of them like social media. It's funny. I have a love-hate with social media lately. I took a little break, as some of you probably know, because I just was having a lot of mental health kind of struggles with dealing with people being really just mean. And it usually doesn't get to me, but sometimes it does, because it was a pretty, it was just an awful time. So, but now I'm back and I'm tired of letting other people decide how I get to interact with you guys. So I'm back. Will I stay active during this time? Yes. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm going to do lives every day or anything, but I'm going to try to talk to you guys as much as I can, because I know a lot of you are struggling and you're lonely and bored, and I want to try to be there for you as much as I can. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm trying to scroll. Sorry, I feel like I'm missing so many. Okay. The Hard and Tessa accounts. I kind of want to keep the mystery, but I think you guys all know who it is. But I want to keep a little bit of the mystery. My favorite adult beverage. Probably, Tito's vodka is my favorite. It's my Texas nature, I guess. I'm trying to scroll. What inspired me to write after was, a lot of different things. My love for books, my love for 50 Shades of Grey, my love for Twilight, my love for reading. I felt like there wasn't anything at the moment that I found that was really interesting to me. Not really interesting. That sounds so annoying. I couldn't find anything that was different, and I wanted to read something like that I wrote. And so I wrote something for myself. How did ice skating go? Oh, ice skating was fun. Ice skating was one of the most memorable days on set. I will tell you that. It was interesting, and you'll see some behind the scenes stuff and bloopers for that. So I don't want to spoil them for you, but it was really funny. Let's see. Do I have any activities for kids at home? Yes. There's actually a lot of stuff. There's a lot of museums that are giving free tour things for kids' lives. There's a lot of crafts you can do. I'll post some on my Facebook page for you, so I can actually send links and not ramble like an idiot. But there's so many little things to do, because I've been trying to keep Asher busy as well, and it's hard because as you know, he has autism and he's used to his schedule of therapy every day, and he can't have that right now because we're social distancing. So it's been a little tough keeping him busy, but I will send you guys I'll post some links, on my Facebook of things to do and things that I found online. They all come from online. And I know Candice has been, Candice King has been posting some stuff, like links and things, but I'll gather something and post it. My favorite Colleen Hoover book is Regretting You, and It Ends With Us. Colleen is one of, I think, the best writers in our generation. Not only the best human in our generation, but the best writer. She just really is incredible at writing. So I recommend all of her books, but those two are my favorite. Can't talk about the third movie. Have I seen Shadowhunters? Yes. I loved some of it, but I prefer the books, I'm not going to lie. I love anything that Cassandra Clare writes. She's literally my favorite author ever. There's only, not that there's only a few authors that I love, but there's some authors that are just born to write. Cassandra Clare is one of those. Caroline Kepnes is one of those. Taryn Fisher is one of those that you just know when you're opening their book, you just know you're going to get words in a way that you've never thought about or experienced them before. how did I cast Charlie for Vance? So Charlie was my dream Vance. I, again, went to Roger and said, please help me get Charlie for Vance. He's amazing actor. He's in How to Get Away with Murder. If you guys haven't seen that, you really need to watch it, because Charlie is honestly just is such an incredible actor. He just was in my head, and it actually was a funny conversation that we had. It started in Italy with a woman I know, Jamie, who is Hero's publicist. We had a dinner, and she was talking about her client and how he would be great, and then she showed me, and I was like, wait, what? Are you talking about Charlie Weber? And it just went from there, and we FaceTimed him and all kinds of things. It was really funny, and also worked out. So I'm really happy, because I love Charlie as an actor, and I'm so honored that he would even be in my movie. I just mentioned Taryn Fisher, and now she says she loves my face. I love your face. Get off the internet and write books for me to read, please. I haven't read Anne Bishop, actually. If somebody wants to send me her books, a link to buy them, I have not. Do I prefer After We Collided? You know, there are things that I love from both, to be honest, because After We Collided is definitely just a different kind of movie. It's just a lot more dramatic and a lot closer to the book, but obviously there are still things that are not exactly like the book. But after they have, you know, it's their first meeting, and the Pride and Prejudice scene and all of that I love. So I love both movies, but if I had to choose, I would say After We Collided. Why did we recast Karen and Ken? That was a couple things. One was scheduling. I mean, filmmaking is really hard, as I'm learning after my 2 movies that I have been a part of. It's a big, complicated process, and there's scheduling involved and all kinds of stuff. And Jennifer Beals was getting ready to film The L Word, and Peter Gallagher was filming something else. And also I loved the new cast, and Roger helped me again with getting those 2 actors that we really wanted for recast. And also, I just think the recast of Karen makes a lot more sense to me, and I hope everyone else agrees. Will I write any more books? Yes, I'm editing one right now and started another kind of passion project that I can't wait for you guys to read. It's very different than anything I've written before, but it's great. Please save the live. I don't exactly know how to do that, but I will try to figure it out and save it, because I don't know how to do that. But if maybe it'll ask me or something, hopefully, because I don't know how to do that. Let's see. How am I spending my birthday? I'm just chilling. I'm going to read Cassandra Clare, watch K-dramas, and do this with you guys. The letter will be in the movie. It's a little bit different, just like, you know, the whole movie is a little different than the books, but it is there. I agree with your guys' comments about Karen. I'm obsessed with the new Karen. And if you guys haven't seen All American on Netflix/CW, please do, because it's so good. US distribution, I can't really comment on, but again, I know some of you think that I get to decide. It's a group effort. I definitely have voiced my opinion on what we should do, but it's not just to me or just up to me. I'm not high up like that. I don't actually own the movie. I am lucky enough to be a producer on the film and writer, and so I have more to say than most authors would normally have, but it's not just me. It's literally hundreds of people, and the people at the top are who make the choices, whether or not we agree on them or not. Picking out the music for the movie is the most fun, but the most challenging thing, because it literally changes the scene. And it's so fun to do it, but it's so hard at the same time. My favorite song is Blood Bank by Bon Iver. It's just the saddest song to me ever. Honestly, the fact that I got Candice King to play Kim, I know I can't even handle it. And I mean, it's just like peak fangirl career. Like, having this cast is just crazy to me. Let's see. I can only answer a couple more questions because Asher and Jordan both are going to want me. In a second, the sequel to The Brightest Stars will be released as of now in the fall, but I'm not sure what's happening with books right now because it's really hard on a lot of countries' economies, and I just don't know exactly when it's going to come out, but I'm pretty sure it'll still release in the fall. If not, I'll let you know as soon as that changes, or if that changes, but I will let you know. How do I choose between reading, watching a series, and writing? I'm actually not good at making that choice. I go back and forth a whole lot. I really want to read right now because I've been dying for this book, and I started it and I just want to finish it in one sitting. But I also want to write because it makes me inspired. Reading someone like Cassandra Clare's words just inspires me. Why in the apartment, or why in After movie does the apartment not belong to Hardin and Tessa? Girl, let me tell you. I asked the same thing, and I tried to get that to be the case, but it's just one of those things where, movies are different, and some people thought it wasn't realistic for them to have an apartment, and there were other things that I wanted to fight for, so I had to give in sometimes. What's going to happen with the apartment situation? Well, we had a great set deck who created an apartment that hopefully no one notices now has a bedroom in it and a bathroom. The bathroom's still kind of in the middle of the room, but it's beautiful. So yeah, strange movie making is. I can't decide if I want to read After We Collided before watching. I mean, as a reader, I would tell you not to read it before watching, because it's just, no movie is the same, and you might have expectations that are not going to be met. But if you read it, you'll understand a little bit more, and you will get some of the little Easter eggs that we've put in for the book fan base that the movie fan base won't really catch, I think. Let me find 2 more questions. Sorry. I do have a cameo in After We Collided. Roger had a really great idea for a cameo for me, and it's funny. It's a little weird because you'll see, but it's funny, and I think you guys will like it. I much prefer to be behind the scenes in film, not acting, so we'll see. I honestly don't even know how to use TikTok, and I think everybody just dances on there, and I'm not into that. It's not my jam. But if I find a reason to make TikToks that are not, or if I can even figure out how to make them, I will try that for you guys. Will you keep getting content? Yes, I am. Aaron, Douglas, and myself and I are really pushing for you guys to keep getting content. It's a tricky time, and it's not up to me completely what gets released and when. Do I like Halsey? I love Halsey. I think not only is her music incredible, but she's also just a badass. I love her. Y'all, let's see. Has Hero read the books? you can ask him that. Thank you for liking me without eyelashes. It's funny. It feels weird. I've literally had them for like 6 years. But I'm used to them now, and I love being able to like rub my eyes and like simple things. Can I say hi to Romania? Yes, absolutely. Hi, Romania. Okay, let me find like, I keep saying 2 more, but it's fun. Why was the bet changed? There were multiple reasons. It, again, is a collaboration. There's a lot of people, directors, producers, financiers, everybody decides overall what the storyline is. And we felt like for people who haven't read the books or, the general public, because the distributor wanted it to be a PG-13 film at the end. So we kind of did what we could with that, and we didn't want to make... I say we, but not me, but everyone involved didn't want to make it that harsh. But you'll see in the next film what we do. Let's see. Oh my gosh, they're coming too fast. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know when the Bread is Star sequel. I don't know, but I'm still assuming the end of this year. It just depends what happens with publishing, and I don't want to put out a bunch of books in a time of crisis because you guys have more important things to spend your money on and do. And I mean, I want to be a distraction for you, so I want to create as many books as possible, but I also want to be sensitive to what everyone's going through in this time. Love the whole team for everything. Thank you. I think one of these days I will write a book about the behind the scenes of this movie. It's literally, you can't even make some of this stuff up. Ammo Jones, my favorite book by Ammo Jones is probably in, probably in Peace Lies Havoc, or actually they're all so good. I'm reading, I cannot think of the name of it right now. I have a thing on my iPad, but I cannot think of the name, but it's really good. But I could post that too. Okay, literally I have to go like 3 minutes. I keep saying that. Let's see. Was it hard writing the script for After We Collided, given the changes? Yeah, it was, because there were some things that we literally just can't undo or can't change because it doesn't make sense anymore. But I did my best, and Roger, usually what happens when you get a director is they help with a polish and they rewrite some of it and they work on it. So there was a lot of stuff that he helped kind of mold into a new story, because it was hard. It was just hard. Do I watch movies from Passion Flicks? Yes. And Passion Flicks, they are, 1, they always stick true to the book. 2, they usually have a female director, Tosca Musk, who is also a badass, who really cares about bringing the author's visions to life. And that's not always the case with productions, so it's lucky for those authors who get made into Passion Flicks movies. I think it's just amazing what Tosca's done with this company, and come from an app to making film and really telling a lot of women's stories. It's amazing. Okay, literally last 2 questions. This is a lot of pressure. I will do another one of these later, I swear. Team Edward or Team Jacob? Team Edward, of course. Like, I mean, maybe if the casting for Jacob would have been different, I would have maybe rooted for him, but I would never have ever wanted her to be with anyone but Edward, which now, yes, in 2020, I realize Edward is a little intense and he's not the most righteous character, but I wrote Hardin Scott, so I'm not judging anybody. Okay, one more. Is there going to be a movie tie-in? Yes, of course. We will have dates soon. La 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 la. Okay, one more question. I just saw Aaron say Team Jacob, and I'm not into that. My favorite Twilight movie is the first and the last. Everybody always hates on the first one because of the quality of it, but for me, I don't care if I can see his makeup. I don't care about the spider monkey line. Every movie has that weird moment where people say something that's cringy. After has it, every movie has cringy lines. So I love the first Twilight movie. It's one of those things that just makes me happy when I'm sad. I just love Twilight so much. It's just, I can't even explain how much I love Twilight. Sorry. Okay, really one more. I keep saying that. I was only going to stay on for like 5 minutes, but I miss talking to you guys. Have I built any puzzles? Yes. One, Asher loves puzzles, so we do a lot of puzzles around here, but also during filming we did a lot of Lego building and fun things like that. Let's see. I'm not allowed to name any songs from the movie yet because I will get an email and I'll get in trouble, but soon, I swear. We need to do a Twilight marathon. Yes, we do. And then last question, do you wish you'd stuck more to the book movie-wise? Yeah, I mean, even for both movies, the second one's definitely closer, but it's just hard because, certain things work in a book that don't work in a movie, and there's a lot of people collaborating on one thing, and not all the time the other people don't necessarily have only the interest of the book. They're thinking of like marketing and a new audience and all these things, so it's hard sometimes to collaborate. I'm used to writing what I want when I want, and it's my story, so it's a little hard when, at first especially. The second movie was a little easier than the first one collaboration wise, but overall I'm so lucky that I even get to make films because I've only came from working at Waffle House and now I'm making movies, so I'm grateful anyways. Okay, thank you for liking my hair. We should all actually have a Twilight marathon because it will make us all happy and it's funny, and yeah. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm trying to read all of your things because it's funny. Eclipse is underrated. I love Twilight is just the jam. A lot of you are Team Edward, so I'm glad that we're all staying sane in this quarantine because Jacob, I just don't understand. I get that he was like supposed to be a competition, but it's like, come on, no. Okay, I swear I'm gonna go. Okay, love you guys. I will come back soon. DM me questions too if you're bored, because I'll answer some. Can't promise to answer all, but I love you guys and thank you for the amazing birthday. It meant a lot to me, and this was so fun talking to you and answering some questions. I'll be back. I don't even know how to turn this off actually, but I'll try to save it, I swear. Bye.